And welcome to Woodbridge TV channel, also seen on YouTube and Facebook. How's that, Abby? Okay, my name is Phil Hall. We'll be joined tonight by Abby
Karis.
a student at JFK High School. She'll be helping me commentating today. We look forward to an exciting game. Anytime you have cross-time rivals, Abby, I'm sure you'll know that this is table talk. This is homegrown, and they all know each other. They compete against each other. And what we're going to do here is see some exciting basketball today. And the tip is up. Kennedy has the ball.
Or Woodbridge, has
Woodbridge,
the
I'm
ball.
sorry. They're in white. Kennedy with a steal. Takes it down, holds it up, pulls back, looks for a setup, but this ball is stolen by Woodbridge.
And that's number 11 on Woodbridge, Angel Smith.
Angel Smith went to the hole. She got fouled, so she'll be shooting too. Refs calls a push. So we're looking for an exciting game. Now, the records coming in here don't indicate the type of game I think we're going to see, Abby. Woodbridge comes in, I think, at 12-9, and Kennedy, thus far, they're 2 and I believe 14 or 15, but no indication of this rivalry, because when you get to competitiveness and cross-town rivals, these young ladies play against each other probably throughout the year, and this is more for bragging rights.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime you see like any of the three schools playing against each other, you know it's going to be a good game no matter the record going into it. Woodbridge gets the first points there on that foul shot.
That foul shot was made by Angel Smith, number 11.
Paula Antunes with the ball now for Kennedy.
Beautiful play. She passes on the inside, went to the hole, passes underneath, and she scores. That's number 14.
Mia Montanez from Kennedy, and it's 2-1. Mustangs are up.
So Woodbridge brings it up, passes it to the outside, throws it across court. Deflected a little bit, but Woodbridge recovers. Throws it to the outside. She's looking underneath, passes it over to the corner. She goes to the hole, up, and no good. Rebound by Woodbridge. She goes up, misses a shot. Again, number 11 takes a shot. And Jenna Johnson took 2 shots, but she missed it, and the ball went out of bounds, and it's Kennedy's ball.
Lyra Lorenzen with the ball now. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, Woodbridge on the press. They don't break it. They steal the ball, and they're bringing it back up.
Pulls up for the 2 and makes it, and that's number 20 from Woodbridge, Jenna Johnson. Woodbridge now up 3-2.
Jenna Johnson averages 23 points a game, by the way.
That's very impressive. And there's Paula Antunes, one of the stars for Kennedy there, and she misses that layup.
Long shot, missed off the rim, but it's recovered by Kennedy.
Kennedy working the ball there.
Takes a shot, misses it. Rebound by Woodbridge. Ala Falarin.
Jenna Johnson again to the hoop, and she makes that layup. So Barron's now up 5-2.
Almost a steal. Kennedy goes, they break it, and they go to the hole, takes a shot and misses it, but she's fouled. I think she's fouled by number 20, Jenna Johnson.
I think it might have been on Paula Antunes, actually.
Yes, I believe so. So it had to be a charge. So Kennedy putting on a little press. Woodbridge breaks it easy, throws it underneath, they pull it back out. And Jenna Johnson with a shot, but she misses it. So Kennedy with the ball, bringing it up slowly. Woodbridge falls back. Playing a zone, the 2-3 zone. Throwing the ball to the corner, cross court. Looks like she throws it out of bounds. Woodbridge Barron's ball.
And looks like Kennedy's going to take a timeout here.
Okay, they do take a timeout. So what do you think thus far, Abby? We're talking about the score is 2-5 and his visitors are winning. No indication of what's been going on. I think Kennedy missed a few layups that they may have probably made. Woodbridge took more shots, but they missed more. So that tells you the competitiveness and that they're playing the defense. And what impressed me most is that both of them were kind of being aggressive and picking up full court where they had to break the press.
Yes, agreed. Like we see a lot of press in the offensive zone, so trying not to let them out of their own zone, kind of thing. Pretty back and forth basketball here too, like you said. So looks like it's going to be an exciting game for the rest of it.
I think it's a good strategy by Kennedy to kind of press it so they don't run and gun.
Yeah, it definitely keeps Woodbridge on their toes too.
And Johnson with a shot.
Recovered by Woodbridge again.
And that was Fowlerin. She gets the ball. I thought she double dribbled, but she picked it up and passed it. Woodbridge with the ball on the outside, throws it across court. Jenna Johnson takes it to the hole. She pulls up, takes a shot, and it's good. Jenna Johnson, she has a pure shot, Abby.
Yeah, you could definitely see why she averages those 23 points a game. Takes a lot of shots and makes a lot of them too. And here she goes again. Passes it off and picked off by Paula Antunes for Kennedy. And Kennedy has the ball and they're going back down the court now.
I'll tell you, they're both playing aggressive defense and the ball is going back and forth. That's 3 steals in a row. Okay, I believe that's off Woodbridge. No, looks like they're giving it to Woodbridge. I thought it went off of Jenna.
I think it might have hit off a number 22, Anastasia Katsakis of Kennedy over there.
Okay.
Lorelai Lorenzen tried, I think, deflecting it off of a Woodbridge player, but ended up hitting her own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good eyes, Abby.
Thank you. And that's Layla Mercado for Woodbridge over there, number 5. I think she came into the game after that timeout.
Okay, great. And we got a basket by Leah Falarin, number 33. She's a senior, and she's dynamite on the boards. Everything that she goes up for, she grabs it. Strong under the boards. But again, they go to their go-to person, and that's Jenna Johnson. Great pass, could have been a charge, yeah.
There.
Jenna Johnson with the rebound, throws it up, and it's in. I think Jenna has about 8 points, no?
Yeah, I believe so.
We got a steal by Falarin. She puts it up. I'm sorry, that's by number 11.
And now we see number 40 for Woodbridge coming in the game, Alyssa Pollock.
Yeah, that was Angel Smith on the steal, but she missed a shot, so it's Kennedy's ball. And almost a steal again. Number 5 knocks it out of bounds. Mercado. And she's a freshman. Layla Mercado. So Kennedy brings the ball up. Woodbridge puts on the pressure. They're bringing it up. Ball slapped away, still in play. Kennedy ball, picks it up. She doubled, I believe. Here's 8 seconds. So the ball was hit out of her hands. Ball's taken out of bounds underneath by Woodbridge.
Yeah, Woodbridge up 11-2 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Seemingly a close game in the beginning, but Woodbridge has run away with it here. And there's a 3 by number 5, Layla Mercado, who we were just mentioning before, a freshman. There's Lorelai Lorenzen, and she drains that one, putting Kennedy out of that score drought.
And she's a junior for Kennedy High School.
And there's a turnover by Woodbridge, and Mustangs are going to get that ball back.
Leah Farland threw it away. She was intended for a teammate, but she was running down, and she kind of threw it behind her, right out of bounds. Kennedy brings the ball up top of the key, and there's a steal. And that's by number 11. She lays it up, and that's Angel Smith. She's a sophomore. Kennedy brings the ball across half court, throws it to the corner, they throw it back out, and there's almost a steal by Mercado again, and there is a steal by Woodbridge. And we have a new player in, and she's number 40, which is Alyssa Pollock. She stole the ball. Woodbridge has it underneath. Takes a shot, but it's out of bounds. Woodbridge ball underneath the basket.
Also see a new player in for Kennedy there, and that is number 32, Kate McDermott. Woodbridge has the ball on the baseline there. Another three for number 5, Layla Marcado, and she's on fire. I think she's 2 for 2 on the threes now.
She hasn't hesitated. Beautiful move by Kennedy going to the boards, number 12, and that would be Paula Atune.
And Layla with another shot from outside, and she misses that one.
So Paula Tunes has the ball again. She's bringing it up court, setting up the offense. They're looking underneath, throw it back outside. Looks like they're looking underneath to number 11. She throws it to number 14, which is right in front of the free throw line, and the ball comes off the rim. Woodbridge with the rebound. They're going up, and Jenna Johnson going to the holes, lays it in with a right hand, misses the layup. Kennedy has the ball, bringing it up, throws it underneath. Beautiful pass, but broken up by Woodbridge.
Going to be off Woodbridge, though, so Kennedy gets that ball back.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a fast-paced game, and it's moving. It's left to right. It's like a tennis match. It's surprising me because both teams are pressing.
Paula Antunes with the ball now, shoots, and that's no good. And it's going to go off the Kennedy player's hands and Woodbridge ball.
Woodbridge has some really good shooters between Jenna Johnson and Mercado. Mercado is a freshman. She doesn't hesitate. She goes to the corner, they throw the ball, she shoots it right away, no hesitation. Tells you something what this Woodbridge team is going to be in the future.
Yeah, a lot of sophomores we heard starting, and then with the freshman Layla Mercado.
And give credit to Bobby Tominski. He's not assuming anything from Kennedy. He's pressing. Long shot by number 11, Angel Smith. Just hit the backboard, didn't hit the rim, and the rebound by...
blocked by
yes.
number 14. And here goes Paula Antunes. And she puts that one away, and there's going to be a foul shot for her as well.
And I'll tell you something, Paula actually did almost like a little Euro step where she kind of slowed down, hesitate, let the defender go by, just enough for her to make the layup. Great anticipation, good shot. And they needed that score.
Yes, that was definitely an important one, especially this late in the quarter. And she makes that one. And that's big for Kennedy right there.
So the score is 18-7, 18 seconds left. Woodbridge brings the ball across.
Layla Mercado with the ball in the corner.
Tried to pass it underneath to Alafarin. Falarin, I believe that is.
And that's Janai Reeves with the shot there, and it gets tipped off of a Kennedy player's hands.
So still Woodbridge ball with 2.7 seconds left. They got time for one play. She throws it in, but hits a Kennedy player. She had a back turn, so it goes out of bounds. There's no time off the clock, but it's still Woodbridge's ball. So we're still looking at 2.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Woodbridge's ball underneath the basket. They're setting up a play. And they go underneath to Alafalarin, and she misses the shot, and that's the end of the first quarter. So we have an exciting first quarter, Abby. Your thoughts?
I think it's been some very back and forth basketball. The score doesn't really reflect how much we've seen each team in their respective offensive zone. Woodbridge obviously got out to an early lead, but Kennedy's done a good job keeping with it, keeping their effort up, and tightening the gap here.
What's interesting about it is that Dominic Rella, the coach for JFK, came out with a press. I think that was to stop Woodbridge's fast break. And when you get Jenna Johnson on the fast break, especially with the rebounding underneath by Falarin, then they're going to run and gun. And not only that, but they put their freshman in Mercado who can shoot from the three, no hesitation at all. So they had to stop that fast break and make them slow it down. I think that's what his strategy is. But interestingly enough, to retaliate, Bobby Tominski put on a full court press also. But they created more turnovers, which is why the score is 18-7 in terms of Woodbridge at this point. So we're going to start the second half. Jenna Johnson taking the ball out. Gives it to number 1, Jade Allen. Jade Allen's a senior. Jenna Johnson has some handle. She crosses over, takes up, pulls up, and hits the shot.
Kennedy taking the ball up the court now. Chris Kuzar with it. And it's going to be a travel, so it's going to go back the other way.
Woodbridge is stronger on the boards, but I think Kennedy has to have discipline with bringing the ball up. Look for the open man. Don't dribble as much and don't hold the ball. And I think they'll be better breaking the press and bringing it up. Pass underneath, and she's fouled. Ala Folarin is fouled underneath, and she's a senior. She averages almost 8 rebounds per game, so you can see she's dynamite under the boards. And she's very aggressive because she plays defense too. She looks to steal the ball. She had several blocks going on where she knocked the ball away, and she's aggressive, which is good to see.
And I believe she makes the first one.
Yes. First one of 2. Second one up. High, it's off the back of the rim. She gets the rebound. No, they fight for it inside of bounds. I believe that'll be Woodbridge ball off of Kennedy. Number 12 dove for it, and that's Paula Antunes. She dove for it. What a hustle play. And Tunes.
We see Woodbridge inbounding the ball now. Gets it to Folarin there, over to Jenna Johnson, and she up with the shot, and it's good. That's another 2 for Jenna Johnson. Paula Antunes there. Just missed that one.
She almost turned around, did a 380 and laid it up.
Yeah, she was all by herself too, so nothing much she could do besides that.
And there's a basket by Leah Folarin. See what the call is. It's going the other way, so it's Kennedy's ball. I guess it was either, was that a foul? I didn't think they called it. Maybe it's just out of bounds on her?
Yeah, I think it might have just been out of bounds. Way to get out of that one there by Lorelai Lorenzen, but ball goes out and Woodbridge is going to get it back.
Kennedy breaks the press, but then the ball goes off of number 11 and hits the hand of a Kennedy player, and it's out of bounds. Woodbridge ball with Angel Smith bringing it up. Angel Smith can handle too. Jenna Jones behind her back, crossover, gives it back to the outside. And they look underneath. For Jenna, she turns around, takes a shot off the rim. Rebound by number 33, Ala Folarin. And Kennedy gets the rebound. They bring it across court. No pressure.
It's a good rebound by Chris Kuzar there to get Kennedy the ball back. And I'm pretty sure she leads the Mustangs in rebounds this season. Paula Antunes unable to get the shot off, and that is Jade Allen back the other way for Woodbridge. Folarin with the ball, misses the layup, and Lorelai Lorenzen's there to recover it.
Folarin went to the hole really strong, but just threw it up too hard, went on the other side of the rim.
Paula Antunes with the ball now, up for the 3, and it just misses that one off the back of the rim. Pops out to Jenna Johnson, who goes up the court, and she makes that too. It's almost automatic for her.
I have her unofficially as having about 14 points, maybe 16.
And that's only like halfway through the second quarter.
Yes. Oh, a great move by Angel Smith, but she misses the layup. Kennedy brings the ball up. Throw it around the horn.
Paul Antunes there.
Went to the hole nice, but laid it up and missed it, yeah.
Kennedy's getting unlucky with these shots here. They're taking a lot, but unable to get him to go. And there's Woodbridge.
Yeah, and that was Angel Smith. She took the first shot on there, missed it, but got her own rebound and laid it back in. So now they kind of blew it away. It was 18-7 at the end of the first quarter. So they just outscored them 9-0. So coach from JFK called timeout, and he's going to reassess the situation and kind of instruct his team what to do to perhaps slow them down a little bit, because they are running and they're making them. And when they miss them, it seems like their entire team is almost back, either getting the rebound or hitting it, and they each fight for the ball every possession.
Yeah, it's a much-needed timeout for Kennedy here, I think. And if it's when we're watching the game, it is back and forth. Kennedy definitely is getting their chances. It's just that they're not putting them away, whereas Woodbridge is. It feels like every time Woodbridge goes up the court, they're getting some type of points, whereas Kennedy is just coming up short. So we see Dominic Rella there gathering his team, hopefully settling them down, and we'll see how they come back out after this timeout.
And I think one of the things is when you look at it and going back and forth, Kennedy hasn't missed as many shots as Woodbridge, but Woodbridge has gotten more second and third shots than Kennedy. When Kennedy takes a shot, they really don't have anybody underneath the rebound, because Alala Falarin is really a beast underneath. She gets most of the rebounds, and then she has number 11, Angel Smith, under there. And the first thing they do is they hit Jenna Johnson, and off they go.
Yeah, and after that, she's storming up the court and most likely hitting a 2 or a 3. So
Yes.
Kennedy working the ball. Lorelai Lorenzen with the shot there and misses it, and it's going to be a Woodbridge ball. I think it goes off of number 14 of the Mustangs, Mia Montanez.
And Kennedy actually had, Woodbridge actually had it. She kind of hit it out of her hands. Jenna Johnson brings the ball across, showing her ball handling skills. Pulls up, takes a shot, and
there.
it's good. I thought she was going to take her 3, but she was in between the 3 and the foul and the free throw line.
It's a travel by Kennedy, and another turnover. That's exactly what the Mustangs can't afford at this point.
Yeah, and they have to see where they're at. They have to see who's there. When they turn around, if there's somebody in their face, they hesitate, they stumble, they walk. They can't have a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of settling down. They look frantic, and like when they get the ball, they don't know what that next step is. So just kind of settling down on the ball and stop making those mistakes that turn out to be really costly.
Okay, and Pollock hit the ball out of bounds, so it's Kennedy balls. They break the press, and they throw it underneath, and she throws it up and misses. Johnson almost had the rebound. They throw it back underneath, and Kennedy scores. Good job.
Much needed points for Kennedy there. Jenna Johnson again. That time she comes up short. Paula Antunes with the rebound. Gets around Layla Mercado. Just misses that layup, and Woodbridge is back down the court.
Jenna Johnson was playing defense, and she had to throw it high up over her. She hit the backboard. It was too high and too hard. It would be better in that particular case maybe to pull it out, set up, or take a short jumper rather than go underneath. Jenna Johnson was a lot taller than her, so I'm sure that intimidated her, changed the way she would shoot the ball. So we have Mercado taking it out for Woodbridge. Those are to Jen Johnson. She takes a 3, and it's in and out. Kennedy with the rebound. They throw it up, and they're slowly bringing it across.
And here we finally see Kennedy set up a little bit. Paula Antunes with the 3, and it hits the rim and bounces out.
And that's a good shot. She was hoping it's a good shot. She just missed it.
Gets around about 3 Mustang defenders there, and she's going to get another shot as well.
And that was Angel Smith. Took it straight to the basket, laid it up, and was fouled. So she gets a chance to make a 3-point play, conventional one. Misses the shot, but Jen Johnson on the rebound and lays it in. Jen Johnson is not just a scorer, a ball handler. She rebounds, she steals the ball. She's all over the court. Kennedy's looking to throw it inside, but they're really combining, putting 2 players on it, but they take another shot by number 12. That's Paula Antonez, and she missed it. You know, Abby, the one thing I see about Kennedy, they're not afraid to shoot. So that tells me that they can make those baskets. They just haven't been hitting them right now. So what I'm thinking is, as this game progresses, they'll probably get into a rhythm. This is their home court, and I don't think they're intimidated. I think that people can have an off night.
Yeah.
I think that might be one of the things that's going on here, because they're getting open shots, they're getting good shots, and they're taking them.
100%.
And that's a shot by number 32, Gia Allen. She's a sophomore.
Chris Kuzar with the ball now. Throws it over to Kylie Oneko, and she just misses that one.
And Ala Folarin rebounds it. She must have 10 rebounds so far. They have the ball underneath, throw it back out to Jenna Johnson. She pulls up for a 3 and hits it.
Just under 2 minutes left in the first half. Kennedy down 36-9. Lorelai Lorenzen with the shot and misses that one, and Jenna Johnson comes back up the court, throws it over and intercepted by Paula Antunes, a round 1 defender, and she misses that layup.
Threw it up too hard off the backboard, but she had a great look.
Ooh. It's gonna go the other way. Foul on Woodbridge, I believe.
Yeah, that's number 32, Gina Allen. And it was a charge. I couldn't see exactly what the call was, but Kennedy has the ball going in the opposite direction. And that is her second foul. They throw it underneath. A great pass, throws it back out, throws it underneath in the middle, but they missed the shot. And Folarin on the rebound. Folarin can handle too. She brings the ball up. Jenna Johnson with the ball. She takes a 2-pointer, and it's nothing but net. I'll tell you, this is my first time seeing her play, but I've missed some exciting basketball for women's basketball in Woodbridge Township. It's something to behold.
And there's another turnover by the Mustangs, and we have Folarin going the other way. Good defensive play by Antunes, but unable to fully collect that ball.
And Folarin took it full court and went to the basket. She almost got a hit away, but she grabbed it and laid it in and scored.
Shows that she's not just good for rebounds there.
Absolutely. Look at another steal, aggressive. Holds the ball, throws it back to the playmaker. That's Angel Smith bringing it up. Throws it over to Jenna Johnson. She takes a 3, and it's probably one of the 2 that she's missed all night. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's Kennedy's ball. So the score with 13.2 seconds left is 40 Woodbridge, 9 the Mustangs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not take away the fact that they're both teams are playing hard. Woodbridge is coming out on top, but they're both playing hard. And there we have a layup by number 30. Was that 32? I believe it was 32. That was Gia Allen.
I think that's the end of the first half there.
It certainly is, and the score is 42-9. But again, as I was indicating, Abby, the score is no indication. We have a player down. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Kennedy player, can you identify who that is?
Yeah, that's Paula Antunes down.
Okay.
Went down in the beginning of that play.
Oh, I didn't see what happened. Was it
I think she fell backwards and hit the back of her head.
All right. Well, let's cheer her on. She gets up and walks off the court. That's always good to see. But again, as I was beginning to say before I saw Tunes on the floor, Kennedy is playing tough. They just missed some baskets. If they were shooting a little higher percentage, they'd be right in here, I think. Maybe not 42 points, but they really missed a couple layups because they were, protecting the rim. Woodbridge was.
Oh, and she makes that one.
She hits a 3. Now, there was no time on the clock, so I thought it expired.
Yes.
But apparently there was a time on the scores table, so they gave them a few seconds. They threw it in bounds, pulled up, and she hit a 3, and the score is now 42-12 at the half.
maybe that'll leave the Mustangs with a little momentum going into the second half, which you hope for at least with the score gap this wide.
Abby, that's just what I was saying. The difference between the two scores is a fact that they were missing a lot of their shots. So with that being said, if they come back in the second half, they play a little more aggressive defense, stop the fast break, and then hit some of those shots, they'll be right back in it. Okay, welcome back to Kennedy Mustangs versus Woodbridge Girls Barons. And we're back here with Abby and myself, Phil Hall. bringing you an update with the girls Kennedy Woodbridge High School basketball game, which is shown on Woodbridge TV, Facebook, and YouTube, which I didn't mention earlier. And Abby, your thoughts?
Yeah, like we were saying before that half, it's been pretty back and forth. Score doesn't reflect that as much, 42-12, but Mustangs did hit a 3 right before that half was over. So let's see if they have momentum coming into this half. And Jenna Johnson has been on fire in the first half.
I have her unofficially for 24 points.
Yeah, and she averages about 24 points a game, 7 rebounds. And that was only in the first half, so we'll definitely see what she can do in the second. And she had a career high of 41 points on January 23rd versus North Plainfield. And the last time someone had a 41-point game was the second all-time highest in Woodbridge history, and that was Fran Montecalvo. Had 52 in 1974.
Wow, that's 50 years.
Yeah, and want to point out that Jenna Johnson is also committed D1 to UMass Lowell Riverhawks, and also want to point out that she actually wasn't eligible to play the first 8 games of the season due to the NJSIAA transfer rules, where she came Jill St. Bernard's, but she did go to Ross Street and Woodbridge Middle School, so she was part of the district.
Oh, okay. All right, so she's back home, and we're happy to have her. So Kennedy misses the first shot that they take. Woodbridge missed theirs, and now we're back. Kennedy taking the ball out on the sideline, bringing it up. Number 22, Anastasia.
That's Lorelei Lorenzen with the basket there for Kennedy, and they get the first points of the second half.
Jenna Johnson gets the ball, pushes it up court. She's looking underneath, but she throws it outside. Back to the corner. Throw it underneath to, okay, they throw it underneath to Alea for Lyron, and she misses the shot, but she's fouled, so she'll get 2. All right, and that foul was on number 14, Mia Montanez.
And that's her third foul, so she has to be careful still with 2 whole quarters left in this game. And Falarin makes the first one.
Falarin has a soft touch. I mean, when I see her rebound, she snatches it, grabs it, with authority, but she has a soft touch.
Yeah, very good defensively, as we saw in the first half, with a bunch of steals.
She had at least 3 or 4 steals and a couple of knockaways that, they were scrambling for. Throws that one up a little hard.
Here's Paula Antunes back. We saw her get hurt at the end of the first half. Glad to see her back and playing. And here's Jenna Johnson back up the court. Tipped by Anastasia Katakis, and she recovers, throws it over to Lorelei Lorenzen.
Jenna Johnson has her head up while she's bringing the ball up, which is a great thing to do when you're a ball player, especially at playing a guard position. Beautiful Euro move, and the basket is in.
And now we're seeing Kennedy making some of these baskets. We saw them taking a lot of shots, but not really executing on a lot of them. But I think they're 2 for 3 on shots this quarter. And Jenna Johnson with the 3 there, giving Woodbridge back some of that momentum.
Another open shot. They have to push out on her. They're going to have to stop her, force her to dribble, put the ball on the floor or something. When she gets an open shot, she's deadly.
And that's a foul, so Paula Antunes will go to the foul line.
Paula's aggressive. She goes to the hole really, really strong. The difference there is sometimes when she gets, she may get a little intimidated by the larger women who are taller, and she looks to lay it up, and she has to change her shot in order to get it over them. But she's aggressive. And that's what you want as a coach. She misses the first one, gets another one. I would take a player like her every day with the hustle that she has on the floor.
I would say she's an all-around great athlete. I played soccer with her in the fall, and she's a tremendous goalkeeper and forward, too. She was actually our leading goal scorer even when she played in goal for a few games, so shows how good she is. And Lorelei Lorenzen almost intercepts that ball, but now Jenna Johnson, and she's unable to put that one away. Falarin under the basket, and we see her presence is just, you can't miss it.
She's an enforcer underneath the basket. She grabs the ball, she goes for it. She doesn't care. She hustles. And that's, again, the kind of player that you like to see as a coach. I think both teams are well coached. I mean, Woodbridge has Jenna Johnson, which really sets you a little bit apart. And they have some people to compliment her, like number 11, Angel Smith, and certainly Falarin.
Mercado as well, the freshman.
Yes, and she's back in the game now. I believe Mercado contributed 5 or 6 points.
Yeah, I think she hit 2 threes off the top of my head.
And McFarland hit that basket. She's a senior.
And we see number 24 in the game now, too, for Kennedy Nayeli Howell.
I see McFarland tipped the ball away, almost stole it, but it got knocked away. Kennedy picked it up, threw it outside, took it inside, and it got knocked out of bounds by Woodbridge.
Just short on that shot there, but Nayeli Howell puts that one in.
Great pickup, good hustle underneath the basket, fell in her hands. Jen Johnson takes a 3, and it's off the rim. But look at the rebound. McFarland's on the floor, diving for it. She had it in her hands, lost it, but dove for the ball. We have a Kennedy player on the floor, too, and that's
Anastasia Katsakis. And they also called a travel on her, so it's going to be Barron's ball here.
Anastasia Kostakis hustled all over the play, too.
Out to Jenna Johnson here. You could see Lorelai Lorenzen pressing her a little tighter, which is what we talked about before, not letting her get any open shots.
She's wide open now. That's not good. Throws it underneath to Janet Johnson, and it's a layup.
And Mustang defenders just lost sight of her. She snuck under the basket and was wide open. Good pass there, too, by Falarin, I believe that was.
Yes, it was.
Tipped off a Woodbridge player's hand, but Kennedy able to recover.
Woodbridge is playing a 2-1-2 zone, and they can't throw the ball in the middle like that. You have 2 players that converge on her every time she gets the ball. So she either has to tap it back out immediately, they'll have an open shot, or look to a corner because they're going to collapse. Jade Allen throws it in, throws it to Jenna Johnson, brings it across the court, throws it to Falarin, top of the key. She dribbles, loses it, but throws it to the corner and out of bounds. She's looking for Jade Allen, but throws it out of bounds. Jen Johnson was coaching just then. She's telling Falarin to hold the ball up over your head and turn it to the side.
Yeah, I think Falarin wasn't happy that there was no foul on that one.
Yeah.
Paula Antunes now and loses the ball. Chris Kuzar with the steal there, though. Over to Paula Antunes. Over to Lorelai with the 3. Just hit the rim and bounced out.
Falarin with the rebound, throws it over to Jen Johnson, brings it up across court. Top of the key, she's looking left, right, makes a move, crossover, pulls up and covered. Great. Falarin throws up an air ball. Air ball for Falarin, and Kennedy has the ball.
We see Kate McDermott going in the game now for Kennedy.
Kennedy taking their time, pulling up, but again, Woodbridge is playing a 2-1 zone. They're covering in the middle. 2-1-2, and they steal the ball.
And that is Angel Smith up the court now. Unable to make that one, but she's going to get 2 foul shots here.
And she's fouled by Howell, number 24. And Howell had to stop her. She was the only person back in the defense area, so she took the liberty and stopped the play from her making the layup.
First one is good. missed the second one, and it's going to be Kennedy ball back the other way.
Cousart passed the ball in bounds, bringing it up half court. Nunez throws it to the corner. She dribbles, takes a shot, and it's good.
Good shot there by Lorelai Lorenzen from the side.
They throw it to the corner, but all things go back to Jenna Johnson. Pulls up, throws it to the corner. She drives in, and it's a basket by...
That is Janai Ebenem Reeves. Mustangs able to work the ball a little bit here in Woodbridge's, and Paula Antunes still with the ball.
She tried to put up a layup. Falarin was right there.
Good shot again by Lorelai Lorenzen. And those were shots that Mustangs were missing in the first half, and now we see some of them going in.
They've had 12 points in the first half, and they've scored 11 in the third quarter thus far. Beautiful crossover. Goes in, and she makes the basket, and she's fouled. It's number 11, Angel Smith. Goes to the basket hard and puts it up and makes the basket, and she gets another free throw. Hits the rim, it comes off. Jenna Johnson on the rebound. She's on the side, and she takes a three, and she misses it.
Rebound recovered there by Lorelai Lorenzen, but gives it right back to Jenna Johnson. She had two Woodbridge players on her and tried to just get rid of the ball.
She goes underneath to Falarin. She goes to the basket, throws it up, misses, gets a rebound, throws it back up, and there's a foul. I tell you, when you throw the ball down low to her, she goes right to the basket strong, and it's hard to stop her. First of all, she has a quick first step.
Falarin shooting now. Misses the first one. We see Mia Montanez coming in the game now for the Mustangs.
Looks like they gained a little height by her coming in. We'll see what happens. And she makes the second one. I have her unofficially for 10 or 11 points. Falarin. Kennedy brings the ball across half court. No pressure. Woodbridge almost gets the steal.
And
Yes,
great
and
play
it counts.
by Paula Antunes there to get to the basket, make that one, and get fouled. So she's going to have another shot here.
And Abby, that's what we talked about in the first half. She was going to the hole strong, but she was missing the layups, whether she was intimidated or they were confronting her. She had to alter or change her shot. But now it looks like they've settled down a little bit and they're making some baskets. They're competing.
Kennedy able to get this one back, though, and like you mentioned, Mia Montanez with the height, and I think she played a role in Kennedy getting that ball back. Shot from Kennedy is a little too high, so it's going to be, I think it goes off of a Woodbridge player, actually, so they're going to get the ball back.
Yeah, Jenna Johnson went up for the rebound, and she couldn't handle it, threw it right out of bounds.
Paul Antunes again, she puts that one up, and it's good. Kennedy didn't quit, especially when they were down by, I believe, 30 at half. So good to see the effort still there.
Well, but again, that's a sign of a good coach and a good team. They made the adjustments at halftime. They come out. And again, you're talking about scoring 15 points in the third quarter as opposed to scoring 12 points in the first half. Technical. I think that's on the coach, no? He didn't call a number.
I'm not sure. It might be on number 4 on.
Yes, 4. I just saw it. That's the second.
Yeah. Lorelai Lorenzen misses the first one. Yeah, I believe there was a little altercation after the whistle blew there. and makes the second one. Score reads 56-28. Barron's up now, and with that technical, the Mustangs are going to get the ball back.
Good call by the official. We want to keep the game a game. It's fun.
Exactly, and if that doesn't get called, you never know what could happen. Game could get out of hand, and that's exactly what you don't want.
Kennedy on the steal. They get the ball, but looks like Woodbridge steals it back. And who steals it? Well, that's for Lauren. She got to have 5 steals, Abby. Easy. 5, 6.
Yeah, and we see here she averages 7.5 rebounds a game too, so great all-around player.
Kennedy's still playing tough. Third quarter with 15 seconds to go, and they're still playing tough.
It's off of a Woodbridge hand there, so Kennedy's going to get the ball under the hoop. Jenna Johnson gets a hand on that one, but still gets out to Paula Antunes. Lorelai Lorenzen with the ball back to Paula, and she puts it up and unable to finish that one. Long ball up back to Jenna Johnson. Easy layup for her at the end of that third quarter.
She throws it up, layup with one hand. And by the way, Abby, let's just take the time out to appreciate and talk about the people who helped make this happen. We're talking about Gina Ford. She's the director of local channel 35, who puts this all together, invited us here, and we have the opportunity to do what I've always dreamed of, and you do an excellent job, by the way. Let's thank Samantha Roth. She's here today, and Wilma Rubiano. He's here, and they're just doing a fantastic job. And certainly thank you, Abby. I don't think I could have had a better partner. Normally I have Greg for Kara, but I'm going to trade him in for you. I'm going to let him know that.
Thank you. Yeah, first game together, but I'm having a fun time for sure. So
with the score at the end of the third quarter, 58-28. But again, as we mentioned earlier, Kennedy scored 12 points in the first half, and in the third quarter alone, they scored 16. So Abby and I were talking, and we just thought that they needed to settle down a little bit and not necessarily take better shots, but make the shots that they were taking, because they were taking good shots, they were taking open shots, they were going to the hole strong, but they were missing the layups, either throwing it off too hard. But I think they kind of settled down, and so they're kind of back in the game.
yeah, for sure, a little bit more composure for Kennedy on the ball, and we see it's definitely worked or helped them out. And we see a couple new faces for Woodbridge here. I believe that is number 30 that goes up with the ball. I don't think we have her on our roster.
Zoe Torres, is that Woodbridge?
Yes, Zoe Torres.
Uh-huh.
And then we also have number 12 for Woodbridge.
Okay, and that's Juliet Zivak, maybe?
Yes, and then the other 3 we've seen a little bit in the last quarter.
Polak is in, and she's number 40.
We have Layla Mercado, number 5, and then number 32 as well.
And number 32 is Jaya Allen, and she was in early. She scored earlier. Kennedy with the ball. They make a fast break. They go in, and they lay it up.
And that's good patience by
Yes,
Lorelai Lorenzen
yes.
there. Didn't see the shot the first time she went up, kept the ball, and then waited for that Woodbridge defender to go up. Shot by number 32, and Woodbridge just missed it. Gonna go out on Kennedy there for a Woodbridge ball.
So Woodbridge pretty much has their starting 5 out of the game, but unofficially, Jenna Johnson has 31 points in 3 quarters. And she didn't miss too many, Abby.
No, she didn't. I feel like every time we saw her get the ball it was 2 or 3 points for Woodbridge, and Kennedy going back the other way. Paula Antunes up the court now with that head of steam. Lays the ball up and misses that
it
one.
comes off the rim. I thought that was going to roll in, Abby.
Yeah, I did too. It looked so good, and
Yes.
Paula was up the court there. No defenders in sight.
Eliza Polak takes a shot. It's off the rim, and Kennedy rebounds.
It's Kate McDermott with the ball now. Over to Paula Antunes.
Antunes is very aggressive, and she plays good ball. I can't take away enough. I mean, we talked about Jenna Johnson. We were talking about for Laren. But when you look at some of these Kennedy players, they're aggressive. They play. They hustle the whole game. I don't see anybody giving up. And I would take this team in a heartbeat.
100%. Players full of heart is something you can't coach.
Right, and Antunes just threw up another shot. Or was that number 11? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I believe that's Lorelai Lorenzen, and foul on her, so she's going to get 2 shots from the line here, I believe. First one is good.
Another substitution for Kennedy.
And that's Chris Kuzar coming in now. Kate McDermott out. And Lorelai 2 for 2 on that one.
It's a nice release, soft touch. Woodbridge with the ball. Kennedy throwing a little bit of press on, but they do knock the ball away.
Great defensive play there by Paula Antunes. I think she figured out she wasn't going to be able to catch that one. So
yes, and look, she's still going for the ball every play.
Lorelai Lorenzen with the tight press there on number 32 of the Barons.
Gina Allen. It's Torres on the ball.
Knocks her glasses off.
Yeah, she threw it high, but she caught it.
Great block there by Mia Montanez. Back out to Alyssa Pollock, and she makes that one. 2 points for the Barons there. And Paula Antunes back up the court for the Mustangs.
Goes in underneath, knocked away. Woodbridge with the steal. Knocked out of bounds by, and again, aggressive and Nunez, but it's off of her, and it's a Woodbridge ball.
Seems like Paula Antunes is all over the court here
Yes,
for
she is.
Kennedy.
Defense, offense, she's playing, she's stealing, she's knocking balls away, playing defense, driving to the basket, lays up, passes.
Not much more you can ask for.
Absolutely, all-around player.
Shot up and is good by Gia Allen.
Yes.
Lorelai up the court now over to Mia Montanez. Good catch to keep that ball in bounds. And pass over, intercepted by the Woodbridge player, but Lorelai Lorenzen gets that one back and passes it over to Paula Antunes. To Chris Stinka Kuzar under the basket, and she makes that one.
Beautiful pass underneath the basket. They worked it around to the outside, saw she was open underneath, threw it to her, she laid it in. Easy basket.
Great ball movement too, something we haven't really seen from Kennedy a lot, but that was a good setup there and ultimately resulted in a basket.
Shot by Mercado off the rim. Kennedy with the rebound. The Nunez goes in and she's fouled. I hope she's okay. Looked like she's laying there. Oh, she's up. She's okay. Teammate helps her up.
Just under 4 minutes left here in the game. Paula Antunes for the Mustangs taking these 2 shots. Misses the first one, goes off of the back of the rim and just bounces out.
Abby, just, I have to say this. Just looking at her run up and down the court, offense, defense, playing, stealing, blocking, doing that, she had to be tired.
Yeah, I'm just exhausted watching her.
Exactly. So that free throw probably has something to do with her being a little bit tired.
Yeah.
But she makes the second one. Look at the defense.
She's all over her.
Right on Mercado. And then Martinez knocks the ball out of bounds, playing great defense underneath. Ball taken out by Torres.
Mercado all alone there. Sorry to cut you off.
No problem. You see Torres with the fake. Fake up, drove to the basket and laid it in.
And Mercado with the steal there. Gia Allen now. She's going to get fouled.
She goes up strong, but they fouled as she was going up. She didn't have a chance to make that. She grabbed her. It's number 2. That's her first foul.
And we see number 25 in the game for Woodbridge, new face.
Yeah, that's Destiny Jones. We also have number 2 in for, I don't think she's in before.
That is Isabella Aquino.
Isabella Aquino quickly tries to make an impact by going up for the rebound among the trees.
Lorelei Lorenzen up with the 3. Airballs that one. Paula Antunes recovers the rebound, though. And Lorelei Lorenzen able to recover that ball after it gets tipped off of a Woodbridge player. Kristinka Kuzara under the basket, unable to put that one in. And back the other way goes the Barons. Up for the layup.
Gina Allen went up for the layup, missed it, hard off the backboard. There was a scramble between Woodbridge and Kennedy, and it's Woodbridge Kennedy's ball based on the arrow, so it's their possession.
We see another new face for Kennedy now, number 5, Layla Gray. Goes in for Paula Antunes. Hits a couple hands there, but Kennedy able to recover.
Yeah, I think Mikado fouled her. They're taking it out on the side. Yes, Mikado, number 5. Kennedy brings it up, moves it around, still by Woodbridge. They pick it up, pass the ball, stolen back by Kennedy. Top of the key, throws it back down low. Top of the key again, and Woodbridge steals. They throw it to Torres. She has the ball at the top, and they take a 3-pointer, but it's missed, and that was number 30. That was Torres. Kennedy with the fast break. They pull up, throw it underneath.
Puts that ball up, but doesn't go in. Lorelei Lorenzen fighting for the ball under the basket, but it's going to be Woodbridge's ball.
And that was Montanez that took the shot, but that was a tough shot. Looks like she was a little bit behind the basket.
Yeah, and she had, I think, 2 Woodbridge players on her as well, which definitely didn't help her.
Beautiful move with the left hand. Torres went up but missed the basket. Kennedy on the rebound. They take it, but Woodbridge looks like they got a steal, and they do. They come up with it, and they call it the other way. Kennedy's ball out of bounds. Looked like there was a little contact there, but they were going for the ball.
Chris Kuzar with the ball now over to Mia Montanez. Back to Chris Kuzar. She puts that one in.
Great pass by Montanez to give it to Cruzard, and laid it in. Beautiful basket. Great passing. Jones cuts to the basket. They give it to Mikado. She goes up for a shot, but she's fouled. She's fouled by number 5, Gray. So she was going up. That'll be 2 free throws. That's the first foul on Gray.
Yes, it wasn't a shooting foul, so I think they're going to just get the ball at the baseline here.
Okay.
Good defensive play there by Chris Kuzar.
Torres throwing the ball in bounds underneath. Throws it to the top of the key. Stolen by
Gray.
Kennedy. Yeah, Gray. She's aggressive.
Tipped off of a Woodbridge player's hands. Ball rolling on the ground now, but Woodbridge able to recover, and that's Mercado with the ball now.
Kennedy got to make brisk passes. They can't lob the ball. Woodbridge is a little too quick for that. Throw the ball underneath. It goes by a player, but Woodbridge picks it up, throws it back, and Kennedy steals the ball. Gray on a fast break. They slow it up, bring it up, throw it in the middle to 14.
She gets fouled from behind there.
It's Montanez. She gets fouled from behind. So that should be 2.
I will say, no matter how much of a lead Woodbridge has gotten out to, the Mustangs haven't stopped playing, kept giving 100% effort, which is what you want to see.
Absolutely.
Montanez misses the first one.
And the second half has been really competitive when you look at the overall score, what Kennedy scored compared to what Woodbridge scored. Now, I do know that their starters didn't play the fourth quarter, but it does show the progress that they made in the second half when they came back out at halftime.
Yeah, especially in the third quarter, we saw that making 15 shots, I believe, and then compared to their only 12 shots, or 12 points in the first half. So we see Mustangs with that progress there. And the time's going to wind down here. Final score, 65-40. Woodbridge Barons win it.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Woodbridge playing JFK, the final score. Woodbridge Barons 65 and Kennedy 40. Abby, it's been a pleasure. And what grade are you in, young lady?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. Well, you talk like a college student to me.
Thank you
It's
so
a
much.
pleasure to have you. And thank you again to Gina Forbes. And we talked about Wilmer, Rubino, and certainly Samantha Ross. Thank you all. This is Channel 35 Woodbridge, also shown on YouTube and
Facebook.
Facebook. There you can see she knows that. Thank you very much for joining us, and please stay tuned.